Hello, welcome in to my weekly spirit boost. I'm Tammy Masterbirdie, best-selling author of the book The Universe is Talking to You. And today we are talking about getting unstuck around money and abundance. So I love doing oracle card readings. I love doing group oracle card readings. I know you guys love it when I do it too. So I wanted to come on here and I wanted to do a group reading, and I wanted to do it specifically around an area that I know so many people are stuck. So whether it be students in my classes, people in my membership community, students in my membership community, or those who come to me for one-on-one sessions, one of the biggest areas that I find people will come to me is I'm stuck around money and abundance. I'm stuck around my finances. I don't have, the money that I need. I'm in debt and I'm paying the bills, but I can't pay the debt off, or whatever it might be. And so I thought it would be interesting to do a group reading specifically around money and abundance. And also for those of you watching on Facebook and YouTube, under this video, I did open up a grouping of one-on-one sessions. I have two different types of sessions. If you go to tammymasterbirdie.com/sessions, or if you click on the links in there, you'll see the two different types of sessions. I'm offering $75 off for a limited time. And I only, for the rest of the year, I have a small grouping of sessions in November that are still open. So if you're interested in that, you can click on that. In that session, not only do I do an oracle card reading for your specific area of where you are stuck, and we're going to be doing one today. I use Wisdom of the Oracle cards by Colette Baron Reed. Not only do I do an individual reading for you live on that call, and it's recorded so you get to save it, but I also zoom in and I connect with you and your energy, and I tell you the exact blocks that are in your way and exactly how to clear them. So that's really the whole goal of both sessions. One comes with a whole customized toolkit. One is more of a quick hit on the call, and you'll leave the call with your blocks and how to clear them, and I give you the information. So I love doing oracle card readings. I really only do them sometimes in these group sessions. I do them monthly for my membership community, and then I also do them in my my one-on-one sessions. So I love using Colette's Wisdom of the Oracle. I have a bunch of different cards that I use. I've messed around and for years have done tarot cards or tarot cards, however you say it. And so, but I do love these Wisdom of the Oracle cards, and this is often what I use in my sessions as well. So what we're going to do here is we are going to, because I'm doing a group reading, I will call in my angels and guides and loved ones who have passed on, all those in my soul society, only those of the highest vibration. And this reading is literally meant for anyone, whether you're on here live right now with me, on Thursday, October 27th at noon Eastern, or if you are watching this on the replay, as I know many of you do. It doesn't matter when you come across this reading. If you have been brought to this reading, there is a message for you within it. So I am asking specifically around money and abundance, and how everyone can start sort of moving forward and getting unstuck in whatever area that might be. Maybe you're not in debt. You just want to make more money. Maybe you're looking for a promotion. Maybe you're saving for a particular thing. Maybe you just feel like you're not making enough money every month. Maybe you feel like every time you make money, somehow, for whatever reason, the universe, something happens and you have to spend it. That's another thing I hear a lot. So whatever going on with you and money right now, we are just going to ask the universe to use these cards. And I call in the universe as well as my angels and guides, as I said, to use these cards to let us know what message do we most need to hear right now at this point in time, whenever you are listening, around the topic of money and abundance. What do we not know that if we did would make a difference for us to start moving forward in this area? That's really the crux of this reading. And if you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube, thank you so much for liking the video. It means a lot. It gets it out there to more people. It's the way the algorithms of the world online work. So I see many of you liking the video. So please like the video. And of course, share it if you know if there's anyone else who sort of needs to hear this message once you hear it. So I am going to just close my eyes for a couple of seconds. I'm going to back up my, there we go, back up my chair. And I am going to ask the question, and then I will let you know the cards that are pulled. So give me a couple of seconds. I like to do it live so you don't think I've rigged anything. Not that you would, but okay, hang on one second. Okay. And obviously I'm asking about money and abundance, but if you hear this message and you feel like, oh, that's like other areas, or that's, I'll hear people say, my God, this is every area. I just want to say that often when we are stuck in one area of our lives, it infiltrates other areas of our lives, right? So we could be stuck in money and abundance. And most of the time, if we're stuck in one area, there's other areas that are not quite what we would want them to be. They're not quite in the place that we want. So it could be health, it could be a relationship. Oftentimes people will come to me, especially in those sessions, and say, okay, I'm stuck in every area. And I'm like, I get it. Let's pick the most important area for you, because I guarantee you that what I come up with that is blocking you in that area is blocking you in other areas. So it winds up helping you in everything, right? Okay. So money and abundance. I pulled the cards. The first card that I pulled for everyone is the yin card. Now this card, all right, so let me show everybody on. This is like YouTube and Facebook people. And then this is I don't know if you can see it with the light, but this is the card. So the card is in the reversed, or the what Colette calls with her deck the protection position. It's basically the reverse position. Yin. This is the actual card itself, but it's in that reverse position. Okay, so if you've heard of like yin and yang, I'm sure you have. Yin and yang are there's masculine and there's feminine energy. So there's the energy of receptivity, and then there's the energy of action. So the yin card specifically is all about the feminine side, and the side of being open and receptive and allowing things to flow. This is telling me that there's many of you, I believe, who are blocking some of that flow, whether you realize it or not. So let's just see, there's a singular protection message. So let's see what that message is for everybody. So considering this is about, again, the feminine principle of receptivity, letting someone else make the first move, gathering information and taking cues, the art of conscious allowing. Okay, so the protection message in this card is, do you have trouble receiving? And again, we're talking about money and abundance. And I'll tell you something. First of all, if you have trouble receiving in this area, odds are you have trouble receiving in other areas. But I find that so many people have trouble allowing money to flow into their life. There are beliefs that are blocking you. That's why when I do my sessions with people, I'm like, let's get to those beliefs. Let's figure out like what is it? Do you believe that you can't? Do you believe you don't deserve it? Do you believe that it's not safe to have it? Do you believe that you should it's better to give than receive? That's another big one that comes up for people that I find in my sessions. So it's all about sort of this is all, are you having trouble receiving? Now we're asking specifically about money and abundance. However, I promise you, if it's in one area, it's in other areas, but keep this in mind for money and abundance. Do you have trouble receiving? You have to stop. You stop the flow of abundance when you continually insist upon being the giver. You can't always lead, always give, always teach. You must be the student, the open vessel, the one who receives the gift, the gesture, or offer of equal measure. Open up and let love, life, abundance, and spirit fill you. without demand or expectation. Just receive the bounty that is yours. So really what this is saying to me is that there's many of you out there that are having trouble receiving and allowing the flow in. It could be because you do have that belief that needs to be cleared. It's better to give than to receive. Now, I love giving. I get more excited giving a gift to someone than like getting one sometimes. Like Christmas to me, I like getting gifts, or my birthday, I like getting gifts. But I love finding something that I know someone's going to love, and then I give it to them, and I can't wait for them to open it because I'm like, oh my gosh, they're going to love this, right? So in that aspect, yeah. But if you have that belief that it's better to give than to receive, if you have that belief that that I should be giving, I don't deserve, if there's something in you that feels like you don't deserve, the universe is going to continue to give you opportunities to give away money or to have opportunities come up. That's those of you who feel like, my God, as soon as I get some money, the car breaks down, or as soon as I get some money, this breaks in the house, or the refrigerator goes, or whatever it is, right? Because there's something within you that makes you believe that you don't deserve it. You shouldn't keep it. Money is not good. Money is evil. It's better to give. And I'm not saying it's not good to give, because it's amazing to give, but you deserve to receive. And what this card is saying is that there are those of you out there listening to this who are having trouble receiving. Are you an overgiver in every area of your life? The universe is saying, take time to consciously be open to receiving. Actually say to the universe every day, I am open to receive the abundance. Please help me shift to allow it in. And again, finding those beliefs, I find, are a huge thing, which is why, again, it's a huge part of either type of session that I do with people. Because if you can start finding those beliefs that are blocking you, and then you can use simple energy techniques to clear those beliefs, to reprogram your brain, the flow can return. And this to me means there is something out there with each and every one of you around the ability to receive. And that is causing issues in your life when it comes to letting the flow of money in. Okay. That's the first card in this whole situation. Okay. The second card in this whole situation is the Fates card. So this is in the regular position. So if you can see on Instagram, I'm trying to show everybody without the light getting it funky. So this is the Fates card. So this is in the regular position. So, and those of you who are, it's a 2-card reading the way I do it. I do oracle cards readings different, or tarot card readings different than the average human. But I read the top of the card and then the card under the deck. So this is the second card, which is the Fates. Even if I do a 3-card reading, I always include the card under the deck. I just find that it illuminates and highlights and brings everything together. Okay. So this is the Fates card. So let me tell you what this card is saying to you right now about money and abundance, in addition to the whole receiving thing that we just illuminated. Okay. So the Fates card is about fate. It's about karma. It's about acceptance that there are things in your life that you cannot change, and knowing what those things are. So this card is literally all about the serenity prayer, right? Accepting the things I can't change, having the strength and the courage to change the things I can, and knowing the difference. Why do we need to know the difference? Because if there are things in our life that we cannot change, and we are angry about them, and we are fighting against them, and we're trying to change them, and we're resisting them, and we are just putting up all of this negative, low vibration energy toward them, you are blocking the flow of the new from coming in. Okay. So if you are having issues with money and abundance, and there are certain things, and I promise you there are things about that situation that you can change, but there are also things about the situation that you cannot change. And if you are hammering at what you cannot change over and over and over and over again, you're going to miss the opportunities for you to do something about it in another area, right? So I'll stop my spiel. Let's read the message. So the serenity prayer sums up the meaning of this card. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. There are things in life you will never have control over. The conditions brought on by the evolution of the collective, by nature, and by your past experiences may be fated, preordained by spirit for a greater purpose you cannot understand in this lifetime. It may not be in your cards to understand why certain events occurred, but what those events and your current circumstances have to teach you. This is the wisdom contained in the serenity prayer. Now, I want to read you the prosperity message on this card just because we are talking about money and abundance, right? Okay, so this says, your experiences concerning prosperity and abundance are beyond your personal control right now. You are being invited to accept what is unreservedly. And I'll talk about why. This could be a temporary situation seemingly thrust upon you by outside forces, but there is an underlying purpose that you can't see that has been determined by the fates. It could be a situation you are unprepared for, and you may not understand how it will benefit you in this moment. Do not, this is the key, everybody, are you ready? Do not fight the situation. Ride it out and see where it leads. Surrender to it. And the serenity prayer and the serenity you need to make good choices from here on will be given to you. You will indeed flourish. So what the universe is saying is whatever you're going through right now when it comes to money and abundance, there's going to be an end to it. Okay? But if you are resisting it, if you are fighting it, if you are pissed off about it, there are many things in our life. If you've lost your job, right? You can't change it. You can't go back and demand the job back. If you're getting a divorce and you're going through money issues from that, right? Like you can't control the divorce, right? If somebody else is divorcing you, or if you know it's the right thing to do, you can't control that. Whatever might have happened, let's say you need a new roof on your house because it's leaking and you know, my God, now I got to spend money on that, or whatever it might be. There are situations that you cannot control. If you continue fighting over those situations that you cannot control, instead of looking for solutions, instead of asking the universe for solutions to partner with you to find those solutions, you are blocking any change from happening. You are not able to receive, which is that first card, and you are completely blocking abundance from coming from another source. Blocking it. And so what this is saying is your first goal in life right now is to stop resisting the way things are. I want you to shift your energy. I want you to ask the universe to help you shift your energy. And I want you to call in Archangel Ariel, Goddess Lakshmi. And there's so many people that you can call on for help in sending you the signs and synchronicities to, instead of focusing on the situation you're in and fighting it and resisting it, please send me the signs and the opportunities. I am open and ready to receive them. I am open and ready to receive something different. Okay. But please help me to do that and make that your prayer every day. And I promise you, it won't be long till all of a sudden you see a difference. All of a sudden, something happens and you make a couple $100 you didn't expect. And you're like, oh my gosh, wait a minute. Is that the flow of abundance? Yes. If you find a $20 bill on the road, is that the flow of abundance? Yes. That is what you focus on. You don't focus on what is happening in your life right now and fighting against it and resisting it and complaining to everybody about it and freaking out about it and not being able to breathe about it and all that other stuff, because that is not going to shift it. That is going to delay the shift from happening. You have to be open to receive the flow of money, the guidance that will get you to it. You have to start shifting yourself. So what this reading is really saying is stop fighting it. Stop focusing on how things are. Just accept it and be open to the change. Accept it and say, you know what? I am where I am. This is the situation. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to deal with it. Universe, please help me shift out of this. Please help me reignite the flow. Please help me be open to receiving differently. That is the biggest shift that it seems to me. What this is saying is that everybody needs to make right now when it comes to money and abundance. And I'm telling you, I find it harder with money and abundance for people than that, and health, I think, are the two to really shift, because when you are having issues with money, there is so much fear. There is so much anxiety. It is hard not to focus on it. It is hard not to be upset about it. It is hard not to fight against it, dwell on it, be upset about it, go over in your head about it, talk to other people about it, constantly say, oh my gosh, I don't know, what am I going to do, blah, blah, blah. It's so hard, right, to do when it comes to money and abundance, but that is what we have to do in order to shift it. And that's what this is saying. And the biggest thing, you guys, is those beliefs about your ability to receive. And again, when I do sessions, I zoom in on those. And a lot of the times, I gave you some of them earlier on this call, are some of those beliefs that people have around money, like it's better to give than to receive, or I don't deserve this, or it's not safe. It's not safe for me to have more money. Whatever those beliefs are, they will continue to block you from receiving. Continue to block you from receiving until you find them, because that's the way your brain is built. This is not I always say, like, when I talk about limiting beliefs, it's not a woo-woo spiritual la concept. This is science. There's a reticular activating system in your brain that literally allows certain things in and allows you to receive the signs and the information to let you go another way. But if you have a belief that's blocking it, you won't see another opportunity. You have to get in and grab those beliefs and change those beliefs. And they're not hard to change once you know how they are. Again, that's what I do in my sessions. There's links. If you're on Instagram, if you go in my bio, you can see I have a few left for the rest of the year. But if you can start finding those beliefs and shifting those beliefs, and you can do it on your own. I've taught people how to do it. I happen to be very good at it intuitive wise with my pendulum. And so I can zoom in and give them to you instantly. But if you can start finding them and shifting them, that is when things will start changing. And that's whether we're talking about money and abundance here, right? But whether we're talking about money and abundance, whether we're talking about health, whether we're talking about a new relationship, if you are stuck and you are struggling, there's some stuff that needs to be looked at to be cleared. Often there's at least one belief in there that is messing you up. And I've seen this in my own life. It's not like I just see this in other people's lives. I see this in my life all of the time. And I always know when I'm stuck, I have to figure out what am I not allowing in? What am I blocking? And that's that receiving card, right? So the overall message is that you need to start looking at, around money and abundance, accepting where you are now. Just accepting where you are now. And then saying, I'm going to shift and I'm going to be open to something different. I'm going to be open to receiving the flow of more money. I'm going to look at maybe what could be blocking me. I'm going to work on shifting that. But overall, what I can do right now is I can say a prayer to the universe to help me shift my energy, to help me allow, to help me open up to this. And anytime I find my mind going back to complaining, worrying, fearing, freaking out about the way things are, I'm going to stop myself from doing that, and I am going to shift. And if I can't shift, I'm going to say a prayer and ask for the angels to help me shift. I'm going to ask Archangel Jophiel to please shift my mindset around money from negative to positive and help me hold more positive thoughts so that I may allow the flow to come in. If you just make that shift of stopping the fight, stopping the freak out, stopping the looking at what is, and you can shift over to, I am going to focus on receiving a new opportunity. In fact, I'm going to expect a new opportunity. I'm going to expect something else to start shifting and start changing. And I'm going to say that prayer to, like I said, Archangel Ariel, Goddess Lakshmi, whoever else you want to call in, to help me and send me the signs and opportunities to allow the flow back in, that are going to allow me to shift this situation. That's sort of the best place to start. But that is what this reading overall is saying. Let me just get to some of the comments. Oh, somebody on Instagram says, I just found $1 on the ground. Signs of abundance. Thank you, universe. 100%. Okay, let me go back to some of the comments that I might have missed here from you guys. Everybody's saying hello, hello, hello. Just want to make sure I didn't miss any questions. Oh, Sam. Hi, Sam. This is so helpful. It isn't always easy for me to receive. Usually want to help others more. I get it. But I'm changing this. Thank you, Tammy. Listen, there's nothing wrong with giving. I will never tell you not to give. But if you are an overgiver and you're depleting yourself in any area, whether it's money or your time or what, and it's affecting your, whatever it is, you have to be open to receiving. Because often we overgive because there's something in our brains and in our minds that is telling us that this is what we have to do. And giving is amazing, but so is receiving. And we're meant to have balance in both in our lives, whether it's money or anything. Oh, Lil is saying, yes, lower deserve level. If you know that about yourself, then I would look at shifting that belief of I don't deserve more. I don't deserve to give. I don't deserve to receive money, or I don't deserve to give and receive. I don't deserve to, even with money. I've had clients who come to me and I find the belief that I don't deserve love. And to them, that money equals that, right? So looking at that and you know, trying to shift that energy will help you. Everybody's saying love the serenity prayer. It's so good. Mary, hi. You're like, oh my God, Tammy, you are talking to me. I understand every word. Yes. Listen, if you guys are hearing this, you need to hear it, even if it's not about money and abundance, even if you're like, oh my God, this is what I need to do in XYZ area of my life. Then it matters, right? Again, I always say even when people come to me on those sessions, I say, well, just focus on one area. I promise you it's going to shift other areas because it creeps in. One belief that you have, like it's better to give than to receive, is going to affect your relationship. It's going to affect your health. It's going to affect money and abundance. It's going to affect your job. It's going to affect everything. Right? So I'm talking about money and abundance, but I promise you anything that you're uncovering from this, you need to look at other areas as well. Lil, I love this. She says, accepting what is and open to receiving something different, something even better. That is my biggest thing when I am trying to make a change in my life or trying to manifest something new, or feel like this is something that, okay, I want this, right? Because we always think we want something, but the universe knows way better than us what is actually good for us or not good for us. But I always say this or something better. I want this or something better, something I can't even imagine, something more amazing than I can even conceive. Okay, let's see. Greg, yes, it's programming that you do to yourself, and also that you hear and gets programmed in from other people. So the messages you heard in childhood, the messages you heard in young adulthood, and what happens with our beliefs is that they get reinforced, right? They get reinforced, and then they become a solidified belief, and then that messes us up. So it's programming that has been done to us, or that we have allowed in, or that we have done to ourselves over time, that just needs to be reprogrammed. And it can be reprogrammed. And that is, you know, through the different energy techniques. And there's different ways to change your beliefs, to free up energy, to shift yourself. And it doesn't have to take weeks and months and in a year from now, maybe I can change this belief. You can change the belief in a couple of hours. You can change the belief faster than that. So it doesn't have to be, you know, oh my gosh, how am I going to be able to do this? Nancy, I actually feel guilty receiving. Not sure why. Oh, because there's a belief in there, Nancy. I promise you. Especially when you go, I don't know why I feel this way. It's something from childhood. It could have been something that you saw your mother or father do, or that they made a reference to, and you internalize it as like a child, as like an under 10-year-old child, and you don't even know why. But that will stop the flow of receiving everything, not just money. It's love. It's everything. But I promise you there's a belief in there. That is why. Whenever I don't know why I am some way, I'm like, there's something programmed in me that I need to look at and change. And again, that's what I do. That's what I help people do in my sessions. Let's see. Is there anything else I missed here? Any other comments before we go? Let's see. My best friend lost lots of money in online scams. Oh man, they are having a hard time holding on to money. They give it away and spend it when they have it. What does that mean about them? How can they learn to receive money for themselves and keep it safe? If there's definitely, I would imagine, programming or belief or something from when they were young that it's not good to have money. It's not safe to have money. And so if you have a belief that it's not safe to have money, or it's not spiritual to have money, or something along those lines, or it's better to give than to receive, or anything like that, you will continually give away. No, I don't deserve, or I don't deserve it. That's another thing. I don't deserve it. So you're going to say, oh, I'm just going to give this. It'll make me feel so good. And they need it more than I do. You don't even realize you're doing it, but you're giving it away. Or again, you will fall victim to a scam, or something will break in your house, or whatever it might be, because there are beliefs, there are things underneath that need to be found and grabbed out and reprogrammed. And then the energy starts changing. So hopefully that answers your question and makes sense. Greg, yes, 100%. Wayne Dyer. I adored Wayne Dyer. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change 100%. And beliefs are behind so much of that. It's insane. So anyway, that's what I wanted to come on here. That was the message I wanted to come on here and share with everybody today. Again, in the link on Facebook and YouTube, you will see the link to the one-on-one sessions with me. There's 2 different types. I'm offering $75 off of both type right now, because I just have a few sessions left for the end of the year. I believe they are open in November right now. And then that is it for the year for me until next year. So if you are interested in uncovering some of those beliefs around anything in your life, I am here. I will do an individual oracle card reading just for you. The whole thing gets recorded. And I love doing them. I love doing them. I really do. I just so enjoy connecting with people and giving that information to them. So if you are interested, that link is here on Instagram. You can find it in my bio. And I thank you all for being with me today. I hope this helped you in some way. Please tag someone that maybe needs to hear this right now. Thank you all for joining me. Be sure to like so that it will get out there in the algorithms of the world. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to the channel so you get more. I also release videos. I have an awesome video coming out next week. It's actually a live guided meditation, you guys, for anxiety. So stay tuned for that. If you are not on my list, then make sure that you check back onto Facebook or YouTube or anything like that, so that you can get access to it. And I'm so glad that I've helped so many of you. I see all the messages coming through. This is wonderful. I'm sending my love to all of you. We have a huge Halloween party this weekend that I am getting ready and baking for. So we are going to have fun with that. I hope you guys all have an amazing weekend. Remember to say your prayers to open yourself up to receive. Stop resisting what is in your life so that you can make room for more to flow in. Sending my love to you all. And I will see you back here next week for another weekly Spirit Boost. Bye, everyone.